On Good News with Twanda Black, where we're discovering some of the most inspiring trials to triumph stories and empowerment moments. Call up a friend and let them know it's time for some good news. Hello, family, and welcome to Good News with Twanda Black. I am your host. We talk with folks from all walks of life about their good news, because if your brothers and sisters are having some good news, so are you. We should be blessed and happy by it. Look, sit back, relax, and enjoy this next guest. Joining us today is KINNIK SKY. She is a writer, producer, director, actress. She got a nonprofit, girlfriend. I don't know how you're doing it all, but we're going to talk about it. How are you today?
Amazing, Queen. How are you?
You are the same. Oh my God, we're in prayer for you right now.
Please be. Please be. Please be.
You have a very extensive career. A blessed one at, just looking at it. So tell us about your career, and is this where you thought you would be? Is this where you started out?
Absolutely not. Girl, absolutely not. No, ma'am. My goal was to be an actress, period. And so just, being fearless and saying yes along the journey to new experiences and new opportunities has led me in a completely different direction. I never had any idea I would be doing any of this.
Wow. So tell us about what the doing it is that you're doing.
Well, the doing it is, it's probably easier to tell you what the not doing it is. So the doing it is, I am an actress. I'm also now a writer, a producer, a director, and an acting coach, and also a philanthropist, because I also have a nonprofit. So yeah.
I saw in your bio that you were a finalist on American Idol. So you're a singer.
Yes. And you know what? I haven't been for a very, very long time. That was kind of a fluke in the journey, but it happened, and all praises to the Most High. It was an experience. But yeah, I do sing in the shower occasionally.
Apparently you do it well in the shower, because you made it to American Idol. Okay.
I did.
That is amazing. That is amazing. So tell us about your career. I know you've worked with some really great people. Tell us a little bit about your career.
It's been quite the journey. I started out doing theater, and since I was 7, 8 years old, and that was really what my career was made of, just working with all the different producers. Kenny Leon here in Atlanta. I toured with Tyler Perry, Shirley Garrett, Mr. Robert Townsend, worked with him. Like, that was my life. And so I decided, after my father passed away, and I don't know if you've experienced grief, but sometimes grief can be a catalyst to major decisions. Sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's a bad thing, because that's, how grief is processed. And I decided that I was going to pick up and move to LA and focus on television and film as an actress. And long story short, I ended up just wanting to create opportunity and work for myself. I ended up writing and producing my first stage play, just so I could play the lead. That's it. Nothing major. And a year later, I'm nominated for 7 NAACP Theater Awards, won 3, won my first award as an actress, and was nominated for Best Playwright. And that journey just took a world of its own. From there, I continued to write and produce. I was really, really scared, actually, because Sunday Morning, which was my first show, morning is spelled MOURNING, and I played the character Sunday. So it was about her mourning the loss of herself and journeying to her truth. And so it was so overwhelmingly received that I was really scared that I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, you got some kind of beginner's luck, and you are not going to be able to do this again. And so Pieces, I sat down and wrote Pieces, and that was my proof to myself that I could do it. That show was also nominated and won multiple awards. And so I said, okay, I'm on to something. And I continued that journey. And from there, I got a call from a network one day about being a coach on the Ish series. I don't know if you're familiar with
Yeah, yeah,
Blackish,
yeah, yeah.
Grownish. So I actually got the call to be the acting coach or to interview for the acting coach for Grownish, right? And I thought they had the wrong number. I'm like, I ain't no acting coach. Like, why are they calling me a network?
Wow.
Like, this is crazy, right? So I get the call, start going through the interview process, get to the third interview. And by then I won it, because at first I'm just like, we just gonna show up and see what happens. But by the third interview, I'm with Kenya Barris and the producers. They seem to love me and I'm excited about the potential. Didn't get it, right? And I'm just not the type of person to just take no lying down. So I reached out from the theater world. I happened to know the acting coach for the Blackish show at the time. And I said, well, I interviewed for Grownish, didn't get it, but I would love to intern with you and find out, what I need to know and learn what I don't know. So I shadowed her. It went great, working with Jennifer Lewis and Tracy Ellis Ross and all those wonderful people. And she was like, I think you're awesome. I think you should go over to Grownish and intern there too. So I did. I went to Grownish, which was working under the young lady who beat me for the job, learned from her, and had no idea another Ish series was in the making. And basically I was positioning myself to be a shoo-in for the position, because I was just doing what KINNIK does, just, that intestinal fortitude that my father always preached. And then I became an acting coach. So I've been an acting coach for Mixed-ish on ABC for 2 seasons. I went over to Disney, Cheaper by the Dozen. Last week, I just wrapped on another Disney film, Disney Descendants film, working with Brandy Norwood and Rita Ora. It's been amazing while I'm producing my show, while I'm setting up my nonprofit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Look, I'm just tired thinking about it.
Listen, nothing but the grace of God. And I sincerely mean that. Nothing but the grace of God that keeps me and that has allowed me to be able to juggle, because a lot comes with producing. I'm talking about, I have a crew of 20 to 25. So I have actors to keep in line. I have my crew to manage. Like, I'm managing all these people, personalities, resources, lack of resources, these students that, that I've made these promises to. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. But you just have to put one foot in front of the other, continue to pray. I continue to get introduced to amazing people like yourself, who just say, hey, what do you need? Or how can I help? And that's what allows me to keep going.
Wow. Amazing. And I know about God. I know about God's grace and juggling, and don't look at that schedule until it's time, because if you look at it in advance, you'll say, I can't do this. So
absolutely,
I totally understand that. Talk about Sky Academy. You were talking about your nonprofit. So talk about Sky Academy for a moment.
Okay, so thank you for that, because I love the Sky Academy. The Sky Academy is a program that I have developed under my 501c3. My 501c3 is actually Athletes and Entertainers for Change. And from there, I just felt like, as entertainers and athletes, obviously, we're blessed with so many opportunities and resources that it's really our duty to do something to give back. Right. So when I started that, I really didn't know specifically how, but I ended up organically developing this program because students loved to work behind the scenes at my shows. And so I said, well, why don't I just really come up with a program and make it an official thing? And I did. And that's how the Sky Academy was born. So our mission is to expose the underserved youth to the behind the scene job opportunities in theater, film, and television. So kids know they can be actors. They know they can be basketball players, but do they know they can be cinematographers, lighting designers, set designers, gaffers, and make a great living? So living in LA, it's Hollywood. There's lots of opportunity for them to do that. And now Atlanta is another, up and coming entertainment city. So kids here have the opportunity to go on sets and make good living behind the scenes. And so I just want to make sure that they're exposed to those opportunities. And just also we do arts and culture as a part of it as well. So we've done etiquette classes, gone fine dining, we've done museums, we've gone to live sporting events, whatever I can expose them to. Cedric the Entertainer had us at CBS for the neighborhood, taping up the neighborhood. So we just stay busy. exposing them to the arts and culture and showing them love. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
mhm.
The possibilities. It's wonderful. It
Yes,
is
exposure is
wonderful.
everything. It's life changing to these babies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So your big thing right now is your project, your play, April 8th. So tell us all about it.
Yay, pieces. Okay, so that's
Yes.
the fun part.
Yes.
So pieces is, like I said, it was my proof to myself that I could do this. It's my second writing effort. And the log line is, will Christian therapist Dr. Nile Winters resist the temptation of her married patient? Or will pieces of a man be just what the doctor orders?
Uh-oh.
Clutch your pearls, Christians, because yes. Clutch your pearls. My show is for the people that won't make it to the pulpit.
Mhm.
My show deals in more reality than a lot of churches are willing to deal with. And people need that. They need truth. They don't need skating around. They don't need pretending that everybody's walking around crying Jesus all day, because the reality is we're not. We love
Right.
God, and we know the word, but living in the real world gets real. And
Mhm.
so I'm able to minister in a way, and I've learned that it is ministry. I've learned that I'm able to minister in a way that people are able to see real life and real situations and how they can overcome or deal with that in reality. So yes, it's not your typical church play, and it's so meant not to be. But I think that's what allows me to have so much impact, because people relate in a real way, and you're not sugarcoating, and you're not pretending that we're not dealing with real situations and real temptations. We're facing it, looking at it, and then showing you something where we can make different decisions for ourselves. So it's powerful. It's powerful.
Yes, yes. Now, any singing, or is it just straight drama? I know it's some comedy.
It definitely has many comedic moments, but it's not a comedy. It's
Okay.
full of drama.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Full of twists, full of turns. Like, you will not, like, I can't even tell my audience to sit back and relax and enjoy, because you will not be sitting back. You will not be relaxing, but you will be enjoying. As a writer, I stay 10 steps ahead. So, people will think that they know what's happening, and they'll quickly realize they have no idea. People tell me that they leave my shows exhausted. They're like, I'm just tired. Like, that was a lot. Because it never stops. It never stops. And it's such a wild ride. And people are like, oh my God, tell me you just didn't end it. Like, tell me that it's not the end. So, which this show that was said so much. And I produced the show so many times in LA that I've already written part 2, which is called Peace Be Still. Yes. Peace Be Still. That one's award winning as well. So eventually, I'm sure I'll be bringing that to Atlanta as well. But yes, it is a wild ride.
Oh, okay. All right. So April 8th,
Yes.
what time and where is it going to be held? Where can people get tickets?
You can get tickets at piecestheplay.com. I usually don't verbally say KINNIKSKY.com, because people have no idea how to spell that, but you have it written on the screen, so that helps. But it all leads to the same place. So KINNIKSKY.com, piecestheplay.com, and yeah, we are coming.
April 8th. April 8th. It's going to be held
at the Riverside Epicenter in Austell. So it's near the Six Flags area.
Right,
beautiful facility.
Right. Yep,
it's outside of the city, but I chose it because it is a spectacular place.
And it has great parking. Great parking. You don't have to worry about
parking. Yeah. It's just beautiful. It's state of the art. We have all the bells and whistles. And as you see, when you come get the KINNIK SKY experience, I love bells and whistles. So they will quickly understand why that was the place of choice.
KINNIK, how long did it take you, besides the writing, to produce this event, to produce this production?
So I booked the venue. I officially booked the venue December 30th. So this was an embarking, like, right at the beginning of the year. Took me a couple of weeks to find the venue, to secure the venue, as far as knowing the dates and location and doing some research. But yeah, I booked the venue December 30th, and show goes up April 8th. So about a good 90 days, really.
Wow. So you did casting, you did all of that in 90 days. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah.
I
That is
cast it,
unbelievable. Now, so
and this
wait,
is from
wait.
scratch. This is
Is
from
that
scratch. I
typical?
have people in LA. I don't have anybody here until now.
Oh, okay.
So this
Okay.
was completely from scratch. I'm talking about my entire team, and I have literally about 25 people now, from
Mm.
the actors to stage hands to assistant director, production manager, stage manager, box office staff, you name it, I have it. And I've had to create all of this and rehearse
Mm.
and direct and
Mm.
promote and put together the Sky Academy brand new here in
Wow.
90 days and work 10 to
Wow.
12-hour days at Disney Monday through
Oh
Friday.
my goodness. Oh
It
my
is, oh
goodness.
my goodness. And I
So,
can't even think about what this is or has been until April
yeah.
9th when
Right. So the
my
day
set is in
after.
the my
Yeah.
set is in the storage and it's all done. I can't even
Oh my
digest
God.
what I've done.
Wow. And that is,
Yeah.
tell everybody, that is not typical. 90 days is not typical.
No, that is not typical. Please don't try this at home. Please don't try this at home. I
Oh
mean,
my God.
it's nothing but the grace of God. It really is God's favor. And then those are the moments where you know you're anointed to do something.
Yes.
So it's a difference between have the ability to do something and having the anointing. And
Yeah.
God gave me the specific instructions to do this show. I didn't want to.
Oh
I
my
wasn't
goodness.
ready. I just wasn't
Wow.
ready. I just didn't feel like I was ready or had the resources or whatever the case may be. And God said, go. And I couldn't deny that he was telling me to go. So I had to go. And the word says obedience is better than sacrifice. And I said, okay, God, I'm being obedient.
Right.
I
Right.
expect you to meet me there.
And
And
he did.
he has.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to
Yeah.
see the play.
Yes.
I know it's going to be phenomenal.
It
Again,
really
April
is.
8th, go to KINNIK SKY. You see her name right there, KINNIKSKY.com.
Yes.
For your tickets. We want everybody to come hang out and get ready. As
Get
KINNIK
ready.
says, it's going to be a roller coaster ride.
It's a roller coaster. You're going to have a ball, though. When I say you're going to feel like you're just a part of one big party, you're going to have a ball because we have a ball doing it. We have an amazing time. And so that energy and we're healing ourselves. That's the other powerful thing. That's why the performances are going to seem so real. And I think a CNN entertainment reporter said it best. He said, the actors deliver the lines so believably that he really felt like he was imposing and that he was eavesdropping on private situations.
Wow.
And so that is the biggest compliment because I work really hard and I'm very meticulous about casting. And that is a huge part of it. So that, along with, what I believe to be strong writing, it's so powerful. And I can't wait for Atlanta to experience this.
All right, Atlanta.
Yeah.
All right. Pieces in the house. Again, go to KINNIKSKY.com for your tickets. We'll see you on April 8th. Thank you so much for taking out time.
Listen,
Queen,
thank you.
As you say, Queen.
Yes. And I have to tell you, your background, blue is my favorite color, but your background is so calming to me right now. And I needed that. So thank you. You look just beautiful and serene and calming. And thank you for that.
You're welcome. We'll see you on April 8th. Thank you so much.
See you April 8th, Queen. Thank you.
Bye-bye. What a awesome guest. If you want to be a guest on the show, you can reach me at Twanda Black at thepgnetwork.org or Good News at thepgnetwork.org. Watch the show via PGN TV on all your digital streaming apps or visit us at pgntv.org. We'll see you next time for some good news. God bless you.